Hey, you. I don't know who need to hear this, but your triggers all have stories behind them, okay? Every trigger is attached to a wound, trauma, or an unmet need. Let us unpack it, baby, okay? Get in here. I need you to understand that instead of avoiding what triggers you, ask yourself, why does this hurt me so deeply? Why does this disappoint me so much? Because guess what? Your triggers are clues to your healing. Yeah, even me. For example, let's say if someone ignoring your call send you in a downward spiral where you just crashing out, where you like, hey, what's going on? Why you ignoring me? I don't know. What's this about? It could really connect back to childhood feelings of you feeling dismissed, you feeling abandoned, you feeling as if you're not prioritized, okay? And so our triggers happen so that we can heal, okay? They don't come about so that we can be punished, because then that's where we start feeling shame. We feel embarrassed. Oh, I should never did that. I should never said that. No, you probably shouldn't have. But let's unpack it. Let's go to where it started. Let's start at the root of it. What happened? Okay? So let's say at work, you are not comfortable with receiving constructive criticism. So you get mad because it makes you shut down. But in reality, it's tied to you growing up in an environment where you didn't feel like you were enough. You felt like no matter what you did, it was not enough. I always use the analogy of your child cleaning the kitchen. Let's say they cleaned the dishes, they wiped off the countertops, wiped off the stove. They did everything they were supposed to do. They swept. However, they forgot one spot. So instead of you saying, hey, thank you, I appreciate you, you did a great job, you say, you missed the spot on the fucking floor. You missed the spot. So that child may grow up not feeling good enough, because it's like no matter what they did, they washed the dishes, they wiped out the counter, they put the dishes away, they swept, they just missed the spot, they made a mistake. So therefore they developed this whole complex where they feel like they gotta be perfect. So, if I don't get an A, it's not good enough. I gotta reach for the stars. I have to overperform. I have to overextend myself. I gotta overdo it, because guess what? When I had the ass shit as a kid, I got scolded. I didn't like it, right? So I need you to remember that every last one of us, I don't care how healed you are, I don't care how spiritual you are, I don't care how religious you are, at the end of the day, every last one of us have an inner child. And when these triggers come up, instead of us feeling, shame, instead of us being mad about it, how about we go within and connect and say, what do you need right now? What's really hurting you? Is it really about that person not answering your call? Or are you feeling like you did in that past relationship because you felt ignored and you fear it happening again? So therefore, you put your guard up. Therefore, you fall back. Therefore, you go into silent mode because you feel like, why? Something wrong with them. And it's not to say that everything is your fault. No, it's just for us to bring awareness to our triggers, because I've been triggered recently and I had to unpack that shit myself. I had an emotional moment and I felt like I needed the release because I carry so much. And from childhood, I had needs that were unmet. My emotional needs were unmet. So I am so quick to leave connections sometimes where I feel like, oh, it's being mirrored. Or if something appears to be a red flag. But I had to be real with myself and say some things aren't red flags. Some shit is your trauma. And guess what? Relationships are the best teachers. So some people are sent here. No, not some. All people are sent here to teach you lessons. Now, you can have an ongoing lesson with a person. Y'all can stay together forever. But at the end of the day, relationships are the best teachers because they mirror you. They tell you what you need to work on, what you need to fix. Now, you can choose to not do it. But at the end of the day, it's for you and your betterment. So you know how people be like, oh, yeah, and nobody can change me or whatever. What if somebody can change you for the better? What if those triggers aren't so bad because you are learning to unpack it and get it head on, where you like, you know what? Damn, I felt triggered because I felt like you abandoned me in the moment where I needed you most because you shut down. Or I felt triggered because you didn't answer my call, and it tied back to when I was with such and such and they were out cheating when they didn't answer my call. You get it? So every trigger has a story. You have to identify with what story that trigger is trying to tell you. Because that inner child, it needs to be heard. It needs to be seen. So we can try to push her down, push him down, but they not going nowhere. It's going to get louder until you deal with that shit. Until you tell her, hey, we are safe now. We can love. We can think the best case scenario, because the other shoe ain't going to drop. And if it do drop, guess what, baby? You got it. So enjoy it while you have it, because we look back in time wishing that we could have enjoyed those moments, but we were so busy, so preoccupied with thinking the worst case scenario that we subconsciously manifested it into reality. So I say that to say, be aware of your triggers. Don't be afraid of them. Deal with them. Unpack that shit, okay? If you need help unpacking, baby, get my latest book, Let Us Unpack It, so you can unpack that shit, okay? It is available on Amazon, but if you're interested in my other books, I have 5 in total, 3 self-help, 2 poetry. Check out my website, www.mrauthorcreation.com. My name is Martia Ramsey. I'm a certified life coach and mental health provider here to help you transform your thoughts, okay? Y'all have a good one.